Hi gorgeous people, in today's video I am going to share this gorgeous palette. It is the Viseart Neutral Mattes number 2 palette. I already have the Neutral Mattes number 1 palette and the Warm Mattes. Love both of these palettes, and this was just another awesome addition to those two palettes where I can mix and match the tones, where I can use them, and as they're all mattes I can use these palettes and then add a pop of colour if I want to from one of my Pat McGrath or Natasha Denona palettes to give it some va-va-voom. But these palettes are beautiful. I get my Viseart palettes from Beautylish. They retail for $80 US. You are getting 12 pans in the new design of the palettes. They are now removable pans where you can just flick the pans out. I have the old version in these two previous palettes, but if you were to buy them now, they are all in the removable pan design, so you can mix and match from the different palettes if you are traveling and you have favorites and you want to customize a palette. But these are just a go-to fantastic base in a eyeshadow collection. Yes, they are pricey. I think the quality is amazing. This brand was always designed for the pro makeup artist in mind. So the pigmentation, the blendability. I did have a little bit of trouble blending this purple colour out today on this eye. I went in with quite a stiff brush. It didn't work. I switched brushes and was far more successful on this eye. So it wasn't really the shadow that was the issue, it was the fact that I went in probably with, it was a more affordable brush and just stiff and didn't blend as well as when I went in with a more soft pencil brush. So that was the only one I've had. I've used this beautiful bluey purple here, which, well, it's more of a navy actually, and I have really enjoyed that as well. But these colours are just gorgeous. If you are looking for a really nice fall inspired palette, I feel this is it. So these are the swatches. And I must admit, from swatching them, these last three here, which are on the cooler side, were a little bit more gritty than these, which were all very, very smooth. So that might be why I had a bit of an issue blending this one out by using a stiff brush. But as I said, when I crossed over to a softer brush, this blended a lot nicer. But these are definitely a little bit more gritty than the smooth application or the smooth swatching of the rest of those shadows. So if you would like to see how I created this eyeshadow look using this palette, please keep watching. So I'm going to be tucking into the Viseart Neutral Matte number 2 palette. This is a lot deeper than the first Neutral Mattes 01 palette, but I have really been enjoying this. We're coming into our summer here in New Zealand, but these are very fall appropriate colours. So I have been enjoying them as it's still a little bit cool here down under. I have had a lovely viewer comment that she didn't think I had hooded eyes, and I just want to go over the shape of my eye. I class my eyes as hooded. There are many variations of a hooded eye. I have done a previous video on the shape of a hooded eye. I will leave a link to that video below if you would like to see that. But why I determine my eye as hooded is that my natural crease is way down here, and so I like to wear my lash extensions. It makes a huge difference to my eyes in opening them up and just widening them. But my hooded eye, my natural crease is here. So when I do a makeup look, I like to try and create a crease line in this area here, which is quite a bit above where my natural crease is. Now also, I like to wear my lash extensions to hide this little wee fold that I have in my lids. So without my lashes, this is quite prominent, this little bit that droops down, and I have a bit of a skin fold, and that's all to do with my hooded eyes and the fact that I am 53 and things are going south. And on this side's probably more of a concern than this side that droops, folds over the skin. So without my lashes, and I'll put a little pic here of my eyes without lashes, I really believe that, well, I feel more confident and more comfortable when I do have lashes on, because otherwise my eyes look quite small. You get that downturned shape. At least with the lashes I get more of an uplift. So that's the anatomy of my eye and why I believe that my eyes are hooded. Okay, so getting into the look, I have primed my eyes by using the Tarte Shape Tape and set with a loose setting powder. And I'm going to go in first of all with this first shade here in my transition area, using a Sephora. Now I've got different contacts in today that aren't multifocal, and I'm finding I can't read. This is a Sephora Pro Crease Brush number 10, and then just going, as I said, rather than in my natural crease line, going above and trying to fudge a higher crease line or shadow line. And I'm still a little bit croaky in the voice. I just haven't been able to shake this bug and the sore throat that I've been trying to keep at bay. It's been nearly 2 weeks now and it's driving me batty. Using the same brush, I'm going to go in with this mustardy yellow. I just don't know what it is, but I really like this colour, and I'm just going to blend that above where we've been just a little bit. Now, in my last video I was horrified when I was editing to discover how grey I have got, and I'm quite embarrassed about it really, but I think it's probably because I've gone back to my natural colour and not as blonde as I used to be. But I'm thinking the more I'm looking at all this grey hair that is appearing, I may have to go lighter. So just watch this space. I'm going to go in with this beautiful red colour. I'll take the, see what I mean, I have to, the Sigma Blending E25 brush and that red colour, and I'm just going to add that. These are very, very pigmented. I blend slowly with these and add a little bit often rather than go in heavy-handed at the beginning. And I'm doing this more to the outer third, but it's such a pretty colour. I'm going to run it under the eye as well while I've got this brush. There's something I'd like to ask you guys. You worry about your children all the time. I'm so very proud of my children, but oh my goodness, even though they're growing up and one I would definitely class as an adult, you don't stop worrying about them. And I don't know, I know they don't like it when we worry about them, but it's really hard to explain to them that what they do and the choices they make, although you don't want to make those choices for them, it's like, you know, I'm just forever worrying about my kids at the moment, and it's it just never goes away. And I have to say it can be quite, not tiresome, but I don't know, it just worries me so much. The choices they make, the things they do, I try to keep out of it, and I think I do. I just like to be there when needed, but oh my goodness, I sometimes feel I could really do without being so concerned and so worried. You always want the best for your children. Okay, so what I did there was added the first transition colour we put in the crease area. I've just added it more on the inner lid, and I just love how warm these colours are. They're just beautiful. Now I'm going to, I have tried the blue before, really liked it, but I'm going to go in with this purple today and just tap that, and I may have to build that up with a darker colour, but I'm just going to tap that in that outer area of my eye. And I should have tapped off brush, because we did get a little bit of fallout there. And then blending that in inwards. I'm actually going to go back in with the brush we used for the red colour and blend that. Don't know if I liked that brush I used, which was the Makeup Geek Outer V, so I'm going to go in with the Wayne Goss number 19 brush and lightly tap that in, and that shade is very powdery, which is probably why I got a little bit of fallout. So just going in really lightly with that colour again with the Wayne Goss brush and seeing if we can blend that better on the outer V of the eye. Now I'm really looking forward to have an appointment tomorrow whilst I'm on holiday to have my microblading touched up. I haven't had it done for a wee while, and really looking forward to that, because it really just cuts down on getting ready time. It's just a little bit patchy, but that's probably because I went in with that brush that was a wee bit harsh at the beginning, because I haven't had that issue before. I really do think it was the choice of brush that I used. Okay, going back in with our red colour and popping that back. I just love the combination of the warm colours, and just blending that inwards. It's just such a beautiful warm combination, loving it. Okay, going back in with the yellow shade, and then I'm just going to buff all the edges out. Okay, so that's the eyeshadows. I'm just going to go away and add some liner and mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay, so whilst I was off camera, I had a wee bit of a disaster. I was trying for the first time the Fenty Fly Line Up liquid eyeliner, and true to form for the hooded eyes, when I'd done that, this eye, I ended up with a big black line up in here, so I had to take some micellar water to get rid of the black line and then try and reblend the shadows again. But this is the eyeshadow look using the beautiful Neutral No. 2 palette. I'm really happy. I love the tones of this palette. Absolutely love the tones of this palette, and I also love the way that they are now designed with removable pans. If you want to customize your palette and mix and match, you can do so. So thoroughly love this palette. It will be a go-to in the cooler months, but I think I can still utilize some of the colors with the upcoming summer. I love the warm tones in here, really do. If you enjoyed that video, please give this a thumbs up. I would truly appreciate it. There is going to be quite a few eyeshadow tutorials coming up. As I said, I have been purchasing a few eyeshadow palettes, so you may be inundated with a few of them. So please let me know down in the comments if you are okay with that, but there'll be more eyeshadow tutorials coming than other types of videos. I really do hope you enjoyed that, guys. As I said, I love the palette, and if you'd like to see any other videos from me, please feel free to tap or click on either of these links here and you can see some more videos. I hope you've all had a beautiful and a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you next time. See you later, guys. Bye.